Some deaths are tragic, others are mysterious, but a few are so bizarre that they leave even experts scratching their heads. The case of Gloria Ramirez, later known as the Toxic Lady, is one of the unsettling medical mysteries ever recorded. A woman who entered a hospital for a routine emergency and left behind a trail of collapsed doctors, nurses, and a puzzle that has never been fully solved. On the evening of February 19, 1994, Gloria Ramirez arrived at Riverside General Hospital in California. She was only 31 years old but was already battling late-stage cervical cancer. That night, she was brought in due to severe heart palpitations and difficulty breathing. Nurses and doctors quickly began administering treatment. They gave her oxygen and injected her with sedatives to stabilize her condition. But as soon as they got closer, things took a terrifying turn. Several medical staff reported a strange, oily sheen covering Gloria's skin. A peculiar, garlic-like smell filled the air, seemingly coming from her body. Then, as they drew blood, an ammonia-like odor spread through the room. A nurse examining the sample noticed something disturbing. Gloria's blood appeared to have tiny, manila-colored particles floating inside. Moments later, the ER descended into chaos. The medical staff closest to Gloria started collapsing, one by one. The first to go was a nurse, who lost consciousness almost instantly. A doctor followed, suffering from extreme nausea. In total, 23 people in the ER reported feeling sick, and 5 had to be hospitalized due to severe symptoms. Fearing an unknown contamination, hospital staff evacuated most of the emergency room, leaving behind only a small team to continue trying to save Gloria's life. Despite their efforts, she was declared dead just 45 minutes after arriving at the hospital. But the true horror was only beginning. Due to the bizarre symptoms affecting the staff, Gloria's body was placed in a sealed, airtight container and examined by a team of forensic experts. An autopsy was conducted, but even with extensive testing, the exact cause of the toxic reactions remained a mystery. However, one theory began to take shape. Some scientists believe Gloria had been using dimethyl sulfoxide, DMSO, a controversial home remedy for pain relief. If she had applied it to her skin, the substance could have built up in her system. Under the intense conditions of the ER, oxygen exposure and electric shocks from defibrillation may have triggered a reaction that turned DMSO into dimethyl sulfate, a highly toxic chemical capable of causing the symptoms that affected the hospital staff. But there are problems with this theory. The reaction is incredibly rare, and some experts doubt whether it could have produced such extreme effects. Others have suggested alternative explanations, such as mass hysteria or an unknown chemical exposure that was never detected. Decades later, the case of the Toxic Lady remains one of the strangest and most unsettling medical mysteries in history. Was it an unexpected chemical reaction, as some theories suggest? Was Gloria's death a tragic result of the toxic properties of DMSO, perhaps compounded by the conditions of the ER that night? Or could there have been a more complex interaction of chemicals, unknown even to modern science? Some have speculated that Gloria's case might represent an entirely new, unexplored phenomenon, a glimpse into something far beyond current medical understanding. While no conclusive answers have ever been found, the mystery continues to haunt both the medical community and the public imagination. The lingering question remains: was Gloria Ramirez a victim of an accidental chemical disaster, or was there something even more sinister at play that night in Riverside General Hospital? Whatever the truth, the story of the Toxic Lady will likely continue to serve as a chilling reminder of how much we still have to learn about the hidden dangers lurking in our world. It's a mystery that, despite decades of inquiry, may never be fully solved. And in that uncertainty, the fear of the unknown remains, leaving us with more questions than answers.